Attempts by media to interview some of the hundreds of Free Gaza members who were being deported from Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion International Airport this past week have been continually thwarted by Israeli authorities. Foreign and Israeli media personnel have accused Israeli authorities of censoring news and interfering with journalists trying to interview the activists who attempted to deliver humanitarian aid to the besieged Gaza Strip when they were attacked by Israeli commandos. Israeli journalists from the daily newspaper Haaretz have complained of extreme difficulty in contacting the top brass and political and military echelons willing to give interviews and comment on the debacle. Further, the Israeli military had imposed a blackout on the names and nationalities of the activists on board the Flotilla and refused to reveal in which hospitals the wounded were receiving treatment. Journalists were also forbidden from talking to the wounded in hospitals. IDF soldiers were stationed in hospital corridors to enforce the blackout. Reporters Without Borders reported that of the roughly 700 passengers aboard the flotilla, at least 60 were journalists. A spokesperson for the organization said, quote, "We point out that the journalists were there to do their job, which was to cover what happened. They should not be confused with the activists." Some of the reporters on board the boats were assaulted and their equipment confiscated or destroyed. They were among the last to be released by the Israeli authorities. Hawait Araf, Free Gaza's chairman, told IPS, quote, "We tried to raise ahead of the commandos so that we could send out pictures of the dead and wounded to the international media. But our satellite phones had stopped functioning. The Israelis had scrambled the signals to prevent us communicating with the outside world. It was clear from the beginning that Israel was trying to control the media coverage of the event to present its version of events to the world. As soon as the commandos boarded, they confiscated our mobiles, recording and video devices, and then started filming instead." The Israelis had claimed there were firearms on board, but withdrew the allegations after being unable to offer proof.